Yo, you know what it is, Levi2Official DJ checking in, DJ2Official, Lakeyah's official DJ. Hey, I just skipped class with the progress report. Hey.
The progress report.
It's Luca with the progress report, and I'm skipping class with DJ2Official.
What up, though?
What's
Official
good?
checking in.
What's good? So who are you and what do you do?
I'm Levi2Official DJ, DJ2Official. I'm Lakeyah's official DJ. She's quality control. I'm the DJ. I'm the 2 official DJ
So where you from?
from Detroit.
Talking about growing up in Detroit.
All depend on like really where you at in the city. I mean, my grow up was a little bit different from everybody. So I mean, you know, everybody different growing up. I didn't really have any issues going through anything growing up wise all the way through school. So I can't really give you no troubles to Detroit, but knowing what's going on in the city, Detroit ain't nothing to play with, for real.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, so just to speak on a little bit of your life and what you went through. I'm not saying you went through anything negative,
Right.
But you know, this may have been your path. So did you take this path the whole way through, or when did you start?
So I think like, I'm trying to think. I don't know what age you think about 3rd and 4th grade is, but I started music in like 3rd or 4th grade, somewhere right there. And originally how my school was set up, you can't get in like band until 5th grade.
Okay.
But I had a trumpet, again, like the 3rd or 4th grade. And that's how I started with music. And then once I got into 5th grade, I joined band. I think about 2 years later, I learned a whole different instrument, baritone. From there, went into high school with it. So it seemed like the music followed.
Yeah.
And then also my older cousins did, they were in the music. They was both in band for how long they was, but
So
the
it was
music
a given.
there. It was there.
Okay.
And then it's Motown, it's Detroit.
Yeah,
It rubbed off on us.
So let's.
We want you to come skip class with us and share your story on our new segment called Skipping Class.
Look, we want to talk to all the artists, indie or mainstream, or if you're an entrepreneur, come build your brand with us and tell your story to the world.
You'll also get the shot in our locker, and you'll get promo clips for all your fans. So DM us today or visit our website, tprmediagroup.com. Get locked in with us.
Talk about how you used to play music on your iPhone when you was in college, DJing. I heard that.
So that's, you know, freshman year in college, you know, you met all these new friends and everything. So we just used to be in the dorm room doing crazy things, and I used to just be the one playing all the music. So I downloaded the VJ app, and I started, just start playing with it, and I wasn't thinking nothing of it, to be honest. I really wasn't. I was just playing with it, and then my fraternity, we went to a ball, and I ain't like the DJ. So
I didn't know how that went.
I mean, and to be honest, I couldn't do nothing about it. I wasn't a real DJ at the time. And when I say I didn't like the DJ, at that time, we trying to turn up. We know this is a ball, but, I'm with these people, with all my brothers, so it's like we trying to turn up. Woo, woo, woo.
Right.
So I actually went up there, they introduced me to him because I didn't know who the person was at the time. And asked him like, hey, can I DJ? And he was like, sure. So I hooked up my phone to it. I got the aux cord and hooked my phone into it and started DJing off the iPhone at the ball.
Because that's what you was used to, the
that's
iPhone.
what I was used to. Yeah, I didn't know all that other stuff. Yeah, I was used to that iPhone. But the ball got turned up, though.
Okay,
so
that's
really how it started from there.
Okay, dope. So let's talk about some hardships of being a DJ.
Ooh, if you don't practice, you're not gonna make it nowhere because you gotta practice. But it takes a lot. Like, you really got to be on top of your game about it. you got to you really got to dedicate time to it, because you, like I said, you got to practice. And if you're not really dedicated to it, if you don't want to put the time aside, because besides the time, it's the money. Like, everybody know DJ equipment ain't cheap.
Okay.
So
Right.
that's one hardship, just keeping up with, you ain't got to keep up with the latest equipment, but at least try and have the latest, not the latest, but at least within the last I would say within the last 3 years of equipment that came out. Another hardship, dealing with people, and when I say people, I mean promoters, owners, about prices. Then you got to deal with other people lowballing you, and other DJs lowballing too. So that's really the number one hardship. I just didn't want to start with that.
Right, I feel you. So speaking of that, dealing with people, give me some tips on an artist approaching a DJ.
Don't try and approach me in the club when you know the club rocking. You know I'm up there. You hear these bangers coming back to it. Don't come up there and be like, can you play my song? Don't come up there and ask that. Like, seriously. But honestly, it's just, I would just say don't do it while I'm DJing. Like, you can come up and introduce yourself, but don't try and hold no conversation with me.
Gotcha.
Because I'm here to, what up, I'm DJ2Official. Boom, right back to DJing.
Yeah.
Besides that, either, look, follow me on the gram, or, I don't know how long you're going to be here, but somehow, some way, send me a message.
So the DM, the email work for you? Can they email you the song?
No, you got to send me a message before you email me a song, because the reason why I say this, because I get a lot of songs that email to me, and then if I don't know what email is coming, I'm not checking that email.
Right,
for it.
gotcha. So let's talk about becoming a coalition DJ. When did that come about? How did it come about?
Let me see. I joined Coalition in 2016. I was still in school in Kentucky. And, at the time, I didn't know what Coalition was. I didn't know, what they was about, anything. I just know somebody from Detroit had reached out to me. Shout out to DJ Mark G. He reached out to me about joining, Coalition. He had told me, like, he saw me working. Like I said, I'm in school in Kentucky, so I'm DJing all the college parties. I'm DJing all through the state of Kentucky, whatever, whoop, whoop, whoop. Mm-hmm. He said he saw me working. He wanted me to, next time I came back home, to stop in at the studio, check in with him, just to see what they was about. And then, so every time I came back home, I would always pull up to the studio with him for New Music Sunday. And then, they made it official.
Okay, dope. So let's talk about relocating to Atlanta. How was that? Like, why did you do that? Was it the perfect move for you? Like.
So, at the graduation, I think I had left Kentucky. And as soon as I left, I got to the Interstate 75 sign that said north or south. Mm-hmm. And I pulled over to the side of the road. And I'm being honest, like I pulled over to the side of the road, and I sat there and I was like, I don't know which way to go.
Wow. I
didn't know if I wanted to go home, if I wanted to come straight to Atlanta. I had a plan. The plan was already set. I had the job, everything already done. I just didn't know if it was right for me. I went north. I went north. I was home for 4 days. I was in Michigan for 4 days and said, yeah, no, I'm leaving.
Wow.
Packed up, got my stuff, and moved down to Atlanta.
Dope. And seems like it was a perfect move for you.
It was the best decision I've made to this day.
Dope. So let's talk about becoming Lakeyah's DJ. Like, how did that happen?
Roughly around this time last year. But so I was actually DJing in the club one day, and one of my friends, she asked me, she was like, is that Lakeyah and that song with the City Girls? And I'm like, yeah, what you know about this? she was like, no, I love her, woo, woo, woo. So I'm like, okay, bet, cool. Another artist came around. I'm like, okay, but at this time, I'm like, she can actually rap. So I was digging it. And then they pulled up to New Music Monday.
Okay.
I was mad that I couldn't stay to see her performance because I had to go DJ. But I did introduce myself to them, and then I left. Literally about a week later, she posted DJ auditions.
Dope.
But I kid you not, I did say I was not gonna go to those auditions because I know how the industry is, kind of. You really gotta know somebody to get into things like that, and then you gotta think about it. You
Politics.
posted this, you finna have a bunch of DJs. I told myself, you ain't going. I already had sent the RSVP to go now. I had already sent it. As soon as I saw the audition flyer, I instantly sent the RSVP. But in my head, I'm like, you not going because of
All of them.
all the stuff that,
criteria,
a couple of days, I think I saw this like on Wednesday, sent the RSVP out. I didn't get nothing back. We going into the weekend, didn't get nothing back. The audition is Monday. I just happened to check my email. They had just sent the email at like 11:30 Sunday night. Like, here's the
Wow.
address.
Dope. So
I was up
Had
to
to.
like 2:30 practicing, trying to figure out what to do. But I went to the audition. There was some good DJs there. I won't hold none of them down. It was definitely some good ones there.
okay.
It was so many of us that they cut the original time down from what it was. It was originally 10 minutes. They cut it to 5 because there was so many DJs. We were running out of time. So basically, I freestyled my whole set.
Dope.
I freestyled it. But the thing that really helped me was I knew her music.
Okay.
I had already knew it before actually being with her. So
All right. So was she there?
She
during-
was.
She was.
everybody was there.
Oh, okay.
P was
wow.
P was there. So I was like, yeah. this
Were
is
you
good.
nervous?
I was in my group chat with my best friend and my sister, and like, y'all, I'm nervous. I'm in here sweating. Like, I don't get nervous. So especially like when they stage and stuff, I don't get nervous. So this was one of those why you nervous things. But I mean, before I went on, nerves went away, set up, and I just got into the zone.
Okay. So like when y'all actually sat down, like after they picked you and y'all actually sat down and met, was there a bond instantly, or did it take some time, or
It was there. I wouldn't say the bond was there. We just didn't know it was there. Especially with her being from Milwaukee, so that Midwest, it's like that Midwest connection, that love it's like we all cousins for the Midwest. So
Right.
I think like after our first couple of days of rehearsals, we came back the next week, like for her, for basically our first show together. The next week we came back for her, so we was
On it.
on it
Okay.
and got to the show. Perfect.
That's
Nothing
what's
nobody could
up.
say bad about it.
That's what's up. So let's talk about like outside of music. You into fashion?
I own my own luggage line.
Dope. That's different.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So, book bags, duffel bags, roller luggage. It's called Luso. Instagram is LUXOLYFE. A lot of people pronounce it Luxo. It's just how you read it, but it's pronounced Luso. It's actually Portuguese for the word luxury.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah, but that's, every time I usually have a bag, you really don't see me without a bag. At the end of the day, I'm still my own walking brand one way or another.
Dope.
But no, I started that. I had the idea in 2019. I kicked it off later on that year, then boom, COVID hit. So that really put a halt on a lot of stuff. But I got it together. I got product out. I just released my roller luggage last October.
Dope. Dope. So where can we find that?
Website LUXOLYFE.com.
Okay. Okay. So how have you progressed lately as a person?
As a person,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I'm me. I'm so calm, laid back, chilled. And you'd be like, how are you like that as a DJ? I really don't let stuff stress me. It's a out of mind, out of sight thing with me. It's just life in general. Like, my mom could call me and tell me something about my little brother doing something right now. Okay, Ma. And it's not nothing bad, but it's like, what you want me to do?
Right.
Y'all in Michigan, I'm down here. Out of mind, out of sight.
Right.
So that's really what it is. I stick to myself. Yeah, like I'm real solo. So it's just like, the only person I got to worry about is me. As long as I'm fine, I'm good.
Sound like a stress-free life.
It is drama-free too. Drama-free too.
I feel it. So what's next?
That's a big question. That's a big question because I've been asking myself that same question since I turned 29.
Okay.
Because next year it's like, what you doing?
Right.
30, what you doing? But no, I do have a plan for what's next. So I want to move to LA. And that's where I want to settle, settle down, finally buy a house out there. And that's just where I see my life going. Music-wise, I'm sticking with Lakeyah, like the bond we got and everything. That's just something you can't give up, like, at all. Like, and just keep progressing from there. Like I said, I love the stage. I guess it'd just be more progressing me to do the bigger stages by myself without an artist. So it's just more getting into that and just, really branding myself as a DJ out now since, yes, I have a more of a bigger name than I did last year. But it's just like, okay, cool. You got that name or you got some type of clout behind you. What are you doing to capitalize off of it?
Right.
So it's just like really getting myself out there. And I took a jump with it a couple weeks ago, got a booking out in Tampa and went out there, had a real good time. So, it's just elevation from here.
Dope, dope, dope. Well, thank you for skipping class with me.
No, I appreciate you.
Anything else you want to say?
Follow me on Instagram at Levi2Official DJ. And I appreciate being here.
The Progress Report.